Hello you sexy biscuits. Before today's video I wanted to tell you about my Patreon. If you want to go and support my terrible videos I'd be extremely grateful. If you don't, I will blow up your world with the Death Star. I honestly don't know where that's come from, unless that's always been in the game and we've missed it. I kind of find it creepy that you can just stare through people's windows as they sleep. Today's video, I wanted to talk about a Woman's Lot DLC, but unfortunately we can't start the video yet because Teresa's still in bloody bed.
What? No, go away.
But we need to record a video.
No, my God, no, let me sleep.
I'm sorry, but we need to do this video now, otherwise it's not going to get done. Teresa is possibly one of my favourite characters in the game. You meet her in the prologue when she comes up to you to ask for some nails, because she needs to get some nailing done. Funnily enough, that also happens later in the game. Sorry, I had to. If you don't already know, a Woman's Lot DLC is coming out in early 2019. This is going to have you play as Teresa. Now, when this is going to take place, we do not know. At the start of the game, Teresa saves you from Runt and his gang. But before this, she was being attacked by humans and had to escape Skalitz. But I think it's best to ask her how she got away from those humans.
If it hadn't been for you... When they came to the mill, they slaughtered everyone. And kept me for last. After you distracted them, I fled to the mines to find my brother, but My brother was dead, but I owe my life and more to you.
How did you get me to retire?
It wasn't easy. So Robard and his men helped load you on a wagon and we harnessed an old nag the bandits had left behind. The soldiers escorted us all the way here, God bless them.
So by asking her those questions, we can piece a few things together. There was a period of time where we don't know where Teresa went. Sure, she ended up with Peshek back in Ratai, but what happened in the meantime? How did she get there? How did she escape all of those humans? This leads me to think that we're going to be playing a stealth role as Teresa. Imagine trying to escape from a cumin-riddled Skalitz. That personally sounds amazing. Maybe you're going to have a bow and arrow and a dagger as a weapon. We don't know if Teresa is trained with a sword. In 1403, women weren't really allowed to fight, but that does not mean they couldn't. So it's very likely that she has some knowledge of how to defend herself. And what happened when I was in a coma? Are we going to be trying to find medical items for Peshek in the mill? There are quite a lot of different possibilities here, but I personally think that it's going to be more of a stealth role. But that's not the only thing that came back to Ratai. If you remember in Skalitz during the prologue, there is a dog. That dog will be your companion in a Woman's Lot DLC. That has already been confirmed by Warhorse Studios. So I am incredibly excited for that, because up until this point we haven't had a companion as such. I think the closest thing we really get is having Hans go with us on that hunting mission early in the game. On the Kingdom Come DLC roadmap it says, look at things from a new perspective. Now, I don't personally think we're going to be playing as the dog, but I think we're going to be playing as Teresa, and a woman character would be a different perspective completely. There is one more important thing I want to talk about in a Women's Lot DLC. Now, this may be spoilers for those who haven't got about halfway through the game. There is a romance between Henry and Teresa. This is possibly my favourite part of the game, but it's also possibly the most underwhelming. I loved going on dates with Teresa and giving her gifts. It felt real. You end up coming here and sitting with her and just talking about your past and how much fun you used to have. Those moments were touching and it was really, really nice to see. It grounded the game in reality more than any other game that I've seen. But then it just ends. You finally get with Teresa and that's it. Nothing else. She almost becomes a standard NPC again. You don't really have any more interactions with her like that. And that disappointed me. I wanted to continue that romance. I wanted to see where that would have gone. So I'm hoping in some way that this DLC will extend that. There is one more tiny point that I wanted to bring up. This has been brought up as a joke a couple of times, but I think there might be some reality to it. Is Teresa possibly pregnant? Now, I'm not saying we're going to be having a birthing minigame. a quick QTE event. Quickly press E to birth a baby. But I'm wondering if Henry and Teresa are going to have a happily ever after. Settle down and have a family with each other. That sounds amazing. But of course, this is all speculation. We don't know. Warhorse Studios, if you're listening, and if this does happen, could you call the baby Biscuit, and I would be so happy. Thank you. We've got to remember that this is going to be the last DLC on the roadmap. This is going to be a way off, and there's going to be a lot of development put into this. So I'm expecting this DLC to be pretty big. Anyway, I want to hear your thoughts. Comment down below and tell me. I want to give a massive shout out to Warhorse Studios. Not only have they been absolutely amazing and so supportive to my channel, but also they interact with everyone on Twitter. I highly recommend following them. Not only that, but they also help people who have issues with the game or bugs or glitches. So if you have issues, make sure to go follow them and ask. As I said at the start of the video, I have started a Patreon. I don't want anyone to feel obligated to donate, but if you do, it would mean that I'd have money to be able to buy DLC and games for the channel. So you guys will be able to see the games you wanted, because currently I don't have an income. I've been waiting 3 months for YouTube to review my channel and still nothing. So I am not earning a penny through this, even though YouTube puts ads on my videos, which I think is ridiculous. I'll leave a link in the description below for that. If you do, I am forever grateful. Anyway, the next video on Kingdom Come Deliverance will be a patch update. That'll probably be in the next day or so. It is extremely close. I'm so excited to talk about it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, but until next time, that's me, out. Bye guys.